Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, in a country far, far away from this one, there lived a boy. A boy who lived his life without a name. How strange. How strange to live without a name. Everybody has a name. Names are unique to each of us. They give us a feeling of belonging. Some have hidden meanings, and they follow us through our whole lives. So how could it be that this boy lived his life without one? Well, to find out, we have to go back to his birth. And when his parents saw him for the first time, they knew that he was special. They wanted to give him a name as such, something that would be memorable and epic. And as they discussed and debated what this name could be, they failed to come up with one. And so he lived his early life nameless. And it just so happened that in this particular country, the word for nameless was Bnam. Now I think it wouldn't be all that bad not having a name. It would be like being called X. It would be mysterious and interesting. Everybody would want to know you, and everybody would want to know why you don't have a name. But for Bnam, this was not the case. He found himself distant to all the other boys and girls at school. He had no one to play with at playtime. And when the register was called, everybody would laugh. Bnam felt alone. But another child, a boy called Anwar, was desperately trying to get the attention of Bnam because he felt the same. For just as Bnam had no name, Anwar didn't have a dream. And he heard all the boys and girls talking about the amazing, magnificent dreams that they'd had, and Anwar couldn't join in. He never had one. He really wanted one. So he asked Bnam what was wrong. And Bnam said, "Everyone has a name. Everybody here has a name, except me. I don't have one. I want one. You have a name. Can I have yours?" "Yes, I have a name. Anwar. But I need it. It's mine. And you can't give me anything for it. You have nothing. You don't even have a name." Well, they continued talking, and slowly and surely they became friends. Bnam and Anwar didn't go anywhere alone, they were together. And one day, they thought they would visit the wise man's house to see if he could help with this problem. As they entered the house, they were met with a strange sight. For everywhere, hundreds and hundreds of boxes. Boxes of different sizes and different colours and different shapes. And the wise man came, and he was expecting them. And instead of greeting them, he began looking at all of the boxes. And Anwar and Bnam also began looking at all of the boxes. And the wise man took one up from a high shelf and one from a low cupboard. "These boxes have the answers to the questions you might ask. Anwar, this is your box. This is your box." And without thinking, Anwar took his box and opened it, and they were on a pirate ship, with pirates mutinying over here, and there was a captain who was being forced to walk the plank, and there was shouting and arguments and fighting, and then they were in a jungle. A green jungle that was all covered with leaves, and a lion was about to pounce. Then they were in space, floating. Then they were upside down. Then they were underwater. Then they were back. And the wise man took that box and he shut it. Anwar, you act too hastily. You should think before you make rash moves. This contains all the dreams that people didn't want. I have been collecting them from all over the world for you. But use it sparingly and wisely. For in here you will find good dreams. You will find the best dreams, the dreams that will make you smile and laugh, the dreams that will make you emotional and sad, the worst dreams, dreams that you couldn't dream of. It's your box now. Anwar took it, and a beaming smile went across his face. He could finally see what all the boys and girls were talking about at school. Binam now wanted to open his box. Open it then! And as he did so, a gold light filled the room, and thousands of voices started speaking at the same time. And as Binam listened, he realized they were names. Names that were fighting for his attention. Abdullah, Mohammed, Tanwar, Yusuf, Mustafa. And then one of the lights, as he realised that each light was a name, jumped out from the rest and landed on his hand. And it crawled up his arm onto his shoulder and was sucked into his ear. The wise man stared. Husni. Husni felt good that his name was being called for the first time, that he had a name was chosen. Anwar said, I am Anwar, Husni. Nice to meet you. And they shook hands. And then they left the wise man, thanking him. And Anwar went on the most beautiful dreams every single night. Magnificent and amazing, though sometimes disastrous. And Husni finally had a sense of belonging. Husni had a name. And his name was good.